Several viewers have been commenting, sending me email that Sajid, why aren't you discussing Western Front, the main front, because Tigray government has been saying that it will take back Western Tigray no matter what happens. So it must be the main front for all the parties. We have details for you from this front in this video. Basically, there are four main fronts which are related to Western Tigray, Himora, Volkai, Sagede. Now, all these four fronts need to be monitored if we want to understand what is happening on Western Front. Let me elaborate on this map for you. You can see here, this is western part of Ethiopia, western part of Tigray. People say, Sajid, don't call it Western Tigray. It is part of Amhara region. You should call it Western Zone, or you should call it Volkait. You can see here Takeze River. And all areas to the west of Takeze are Western Tigray or Himora, Volkait, Sagede. Amhara region's claim is that Tigray's boundary is to the east of Takeze. That Tigray has no territory to the west of Takeze. Now, main four fronts which are linked to Western Tigray. Let's have a look at these fronts one by one. Firstly, was Adi RK. In previous videos, we have now reported, it has been confirmed that Adi RK town has come under the control of Ethiopian National Defense Force, Amhara forces, Amhara militias. It is a very strategic area, high place on top of a mountain. So it is very much expected that ENDF will definitely, Amhara forces will move towards this area, Tigray, Amhara border, and they will move towards Mesabri. And some sources are reporting that fighting is ongoing here in Mesamre. So this is one front which is linked to this front, Volkait, Sagede front. And we know that Tigray fighters, when around 4 days ago launched offensive on Volkait, they tried to move towards Volkait from here, from this direction. And secondly, they tried to move towards Volkait from Sudan side of the border. So this is one front. Here, ENDF is making gains because they have captured Ediarke and they're trying to move towards Mesamre, and they will try their best to push Tigray forces in eastern direction towards Takeze. And TDF's offensive towards Mayagaba here will suffer a setback because now ENDF is going to attack from southern side towards this front. Fighting already happening here. TDF has not secured any major gains on this front towards Western Tigray, towards Volkait Sagade. One front. Second front is a new one which has been opened by ENDF. This is main road which links Shiraro with Adi Ramat. You can see here Adi Ramat in Volkait and Shiraro in Tigray. A main road links them, connects them. And when this main road crosses, here this main road crosses Takeze. And around here is Dedebit. Dedebit town, this road passes through Dedebit town. This is a new front which has been opened by Ethiopian National Defense Force, regional forces. They have crossed Takeze here. And they are in Dedebit town, which is here. Let me show you here. So, second front, ENDF, regional forces, they have crossed Takeze, they have entered Dedebit. Dedebit has been under TDF control for a year almost, And this new front has been opened by Ethiopian National Defense Force to penetrate into Tigray to stop TDF's offensive on Volkite. Front number 2. Here, ENDF is obviously making gains. It is in Dedebit. How much is Dedebit under ENDF control? It's not clear, but ENDF has crossed Dedebit. It has crossed Takeze, and ENDF is in Dedebit. Front number 2. Front number 3 is Shiraro, viewers. We know that from Eritrean side, a four-pronged attack was launched on Shiraro according to Tigray regional government, Tigray military command. We don't know about this four-pronged attack, but what we have learned is that these areas are under heavy shelling. It has been confirmed that these areas to the west of Shiraro, to the south of Shiraro are under heavy shelling from Eritrean soil. And the purpose of the shelling is to stop TDF from moving from Shiraro along this road, this main road, towards Himora. You can see here Himora here. So this is a main road which links Himora with Shiraro. Front number 3. Here rumors that Shiraro is under ENDF control, no confirmation. We could not confirm that Shiraro is under ENDF control. But shelling, heavy shelling on Shiraro, near Shiraro is being reported, and we know that Chire also came under airstrikes around 48 hours ago. So drone strikes underway, artillery strikes also ongoing on this third front. Now it's fourth front, which is also linked to this western front. You can see here 3 lines. This area is the place where borders of 3 countries meet. This is Ethiopia, here it is Eritrea, and this is Sudan, viewers. And this blue zigzag line shows Takeze River. Close to this triangle, heavy fighting is ongoing. You can see Himora as well, Himora town. Let me show you. This is Himora, viewers. Close to this border area where 3 countries' borders meet. And here you can see Hamdayat. There is a reception camp here for refugees. Refugees who enter Sudan from Ethiopia, from Eritrea, they are received, registered at this camp. And this is Takeze, obviously. Now, in this area, this is Fashaga, viewers. This area is Fashaga, Fashaga al-Kubra, not maybe, yes, you can see. This is Fashaga, Fashaga al-Kubra. 2 Fashagas. This is Fashaga al-Kubra, and to the south is Fashaga al-Sogra. Here, somewhere here. This is Fashaga, and this is Hamdayat. Fighting is ongoing in this area, Fashaga al-Kubra, across Takeze. Is the fighting to the north or south of Takeze? It's not clear, but mostly it has been said that fighting is ongoing across Takeze, mostly to the south of Takeze. Fighting is being reported. Who is involved here? Tigray fighters. Obviously, they want to reach Himora. They want to reach here, from here. And we know that thousands of Tigray fighters, they have been receiving trainings. They were armed as well on Sudanese soil. It's not a secret now. And some international news outlets reported 2 days ago that those ENDF members, Ethiopian National Defense Force members who sought asylum in Sudan last year and this year, they are part of this fighting as well. They have taken up arms, they have joined Tigray fighters. The ENDF members are Tigrania-speaking ENDF members. They were part of ENDF's peacekeeping mission in Abyei, Sudan, South Sudan. They did not return from Abyei. They refused to return to Ethiopia. They said they could face persecution. So they sought asylum and they got asylum. They were transferred to some IDP camps, some refugee camps in Sudan. And now they have joined Tigray fighters who were already there on Sudanese soil. What about Sudanese military? Is Sudanese military deployed here? Yes. What we have learned is that there is deployment of Sudanese military here in Hamdayat and in Fashaga al Kubra. So what is Sudanese military doing if there is ongoing fighting on Sudanese soil? Is it supporting Ethiopian National Defense Force? Is it supporting Tigray fighters? Uh, uh, we have no reliable information, but since Sudanese soil is being used by Tigray fighters, so we can say that there is silent support of Sudanese army for Tigray fighters on this front. Maybe Sudanese military is not directly involved here. What about Eritrean military? Is it involved here? Because fighting is very close to Eritrean border. We don't know because Eritrea has not confirmed its participation in this war. It won't confirm, but it wouldn't be surprising if Eritrean military is found involved on this front. So far, Tigray fighters have not managed to reach Himora. They are still on Sudan side of Sudan-Ethiopia border, where Ethiopian National Defense Force, regional forces, perhaps Eritrean forces are trying to stop them from moving into Ethiopia towards Himora. What role will Sudanese military play? Will it start backing Tigray fighters? Will it stay neutral? Will it support Tigray fighters by supplying weapons? Several questions. This front is very important because if Sudanese military is involved, if Eritrean military is directly involved, it could lead to a serious escalation for the entire Horn of Africa. It could lead to a war, large-scale war with involvement of Sudanese, Eritrean and Ethiopian forces and Tigray fighters as well. So far, Tigray fighters have not made any major gains to advance towards Himora. So overall, we can sum up here that if you conclude after having a look at these four fronts is that so far Tigray fighters have not made any major advance towards Wolkayth. They have lost Edi Arke and they have lost Dedebit partially. They are under pressure here in Shiraro and they have not been able to enter Himora from Sudan. So overall, no major gains for Tigray Defense Force, for Tigray fighters on Western Front so far. Thank you for watching.